Very good morning, students. We are studying the chapter 1 challenge of national building, right? So we have completed so far. I have already discussed you. Now this is the 1 mark question we have completed. This is the 2 mark questions, right? I am going to ask you and just understand the 2 mark questions. What kind of the 2 mark questions? I have made the different kind of the questions, right, related these chapters. Analyze the two political development of 1940s that led to the decision for creation of Pakistan. So what that is 1940, right? During the 1940 in India there were many political development which led to decision for the creation of Pakistan. First, two prominent among them were the political competition between the Congress and the Muslim League was taken place. The Congress wanted to make a nation that reflect democratic government, where the Muslim League propounded two nation theory to gain power and status for minority community in politics, right? And British were also playing their role of divide and rule policy and accepted the two nation theory for partition of India. Thus, in 1947, the two nations, India and Pakistan, came into existence. Second questions. While the rest of the country was reorganized on linguistic line in 1950s, why had Punjab to wait till 1966? Here are questions. Except Punjab, rest of the country was reorganized on linguistic lines in 1950. Punjab have to wait till 1966 due to the following reason. First, in Punjab there were two linguistic groups, Hindi speaking and Punjabi speaking. The Punjabi speaking people demanded a separate state, right? Finally, in 1960s, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh were separated from Punjab, right? So this is the answer of these questions. Identify any two consequences of the partition of India. There are many consequences, but two consequences. There were killings and atrocity on both sides of the border, right? There are many displacement, shelter, rehabilitations, right? Political division of the country led to administrative failure. What is meant by two nation theory? I have two nation theory means the cultural, political, religious, economic and social dissimilarity between the two major communities living in India, Hindu, Muslim. The theory gave rise the demand of two separate countries or nations, one for Muslim, that was Pakistan, and one for Hindu, India. Name the two original states for which the following states were carved out: Meghalaya and Gujarat. The Meghalaya was carved out from the Assam in 1972. Gujarat was carved out from Bombay state in 1960. Now question 6. What two challenges were faced by India at the time for her independence? There are two challenges. What were challenge? First, to shape a nation which is accommodative of the diversity in our society. Second challenge to establish democracy. And third is challenge to ensure development and well-being of entire society. Question 7. What was the meant by princely state? During the colonial period, there were several large and small states ruled by princes were called princely states. There were 565 princely states at the time of independence, right? Now the question 8. Explain the role played by the Sardar Patel in unification of princely states in India. We can say that. Mention the role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel towards India integration. Now Sardar Patel played falling role in unifications of princely states in India. He procured a letter of accession from princely states through diplomacy and negotiations. He used force persuasions with the state of Hyderabad, Junagadh, Manipur, Kashmir for their merger. Right? One big questions. What does the special status given to Jammu and Kashmir under the Article 370 means? After the partitions, Hari Singh, the Hindu ruler of Kashmir, signed in instruments of accessions with the government of India. Sheikh Abdullah, who was against joining Pakistan, became the Prime Minister, and Indian government agreed to maintain the autonomy of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir was given a special status in Article 370 of Indian Constitutions. Jammu and Kashmir included the first schedule as one of the state after signing the instruments of accession. Article 370 says that except defense, foreign affairs, communication and auxiliary matters, the Indian Parliament needs the permission of state government for applying all other laws. Article 370 grant special autonomous status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. The state has separate set of law including those related to citizenship, ownership of property and fundamental right. How did the state of Hyderabad become a part of Indian Union after partitions? Hyderabad, the largest of the princely state, covered almost 1/3 part of South India. Nizam signed the standstill agreement with the government of India, and state emerged as an independent state after India's independence. Many movements took place in Hyderabad state, especially in Telangana regions, where many peasants were victimized and oppressed by Nizam. Nizam sent his paramilitary forces. Rajakar murdered, raped and looted, particularly the non-Muslims. Therefore, central government ordered the army to tackle the situations. On 13th September 1948, Indian Army marched in Hyderabad, and on 17th September 1948, Hyderabad surrendered, and this way Hyderabad became a part of Union after partitions. Now, third question of this fourth mark: what was the approach of government of India toward the princely states immediately after the partition of India in 1947? At the time of India's independence, there were 565 princely states immediately after partitions. Right? Communal violence was at its culmination. In this environment, the government approach toward princely state was guided by the following three considerations. Firstly, the people of most of the princely state clearly wanted to become a part of Indian Union. Secondly, the government was prepared to be flexible in giving autonomy to some region. Means government had given them some special privilege. The idea was to accommodate plurality and adopt a flexible approach in dealing with the demand of regions. Third, in the backdrop of partition, which brought into focus the contents of a demarcation of territory, the integration and the consolidation of territorial boundary of the nation had assumed supreme importance. Right? These were the government approaches. The described outcomes of State Reorganization Commission appointed in 1955. What are the outcomes? These are the outcomes. There were demands of separation on the basis of linguistic line. The leader did not support this. Therefore, a lot of movement occurred and provincials suffered from it. Therefore, under the popular pressure, finally decision was taken favor of linguistic states. Right? It was hoped that if we accept the demand of linguistic claim, then the separatism and division would be reduced. Thus, these divisions reflected the true democracy. Describe any four problems faced in the process of partition of India. The major problem faced by India at the times of partition were country faced communal right in almost every part of the India, problem of integration of the territory which were divided on the basis of language, religion. So these are the problems. Problem of well-being of entire society, particularly the minority and other weaker stricken society. Challenge to shape a nation which just got the independence. Challenge to establish democracy and make constitutions for all. Describe how the princely states of Manipur and Junagadh acceded. You just accession of Manipur after the independence and Maharaja of Manipur, Buddha Chandra Singh, signed the instruments of accessions with Indian Union on assurance that internal autonomy of Manipur would be maintained. Under the pressure of people of Manipur, Maharaja held the election in June 1948 and the state became a constitutional monarchy. Thus, Manipur was the first state to hold an election on the basis of adult franchise. Right? The legislature of the regional parties of Manipur did not want to merge with India, but state Congress wanted to government of India pressurized the Manipur Maharaja and succeeded to rule. The Maharaja accepted the agreement and signed it without consulting the legislative assembly. This led to lot of anger and resentment in Manipur, the repercussions of which are still being felt. Accession of Junagadh. In case of Junagadh, the Nawab of Junagadh wanted to merge with Pakistan or wanted to remain independent. The people of Junagadh wanted to merge with India Union. This led to several events and also a plebiscite which resulted in the integration of Junagadh into India. The successful negotiation brought many states to sign instruments of accessions, which means that state wanted to adopt the sovereignty of India. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.